Hello Tech Tubers, today I'm going to show you how I record the screens and show the screens on my YouTube channels and how I create these tutorial videos with relatively minimal effort. Alright, now there's a few different ways to record screens and there's a number of different devices. Now today I am going to talk about all these different methods that I use. Now number one, the thing that a lot of people want to do initially is they want to be able to record the screen of their smartphone or their tablet or their PC or Mac with an actual video camera. And what I'll tell you is that you can do this, but oftentimes what you're seeing are the lines going down, and that's a refresh rate that is oftentimes matching actually what your camera is recording at. And so you can actually play with some of the frames per second in order to get kind of different looks or different feels to the recording. Now, you have to kind of test that out for each screen that you have and the refresh rate that screen is at. You can change on either your recording device or your screen that you're actually watching. The other methods are more around screen recording software. And so on my Android, I use a screen recording software called X Recorder, and this is entirely free. And the only thing you really have to deal with is an ad every time you open up that, and then it allows you to share. Now, the other thing that I do with those recordings as I record is I drop it onto my Dropbox. So you can get a free Dropbox account, get enough storage space to be working with, because screen recordings tend to be very small files. And so with any Android, you can get that X Recorder. There's other recorders out there, but I like it because it gives me the option to either turn on or off the sound recording. And it's doing that sound recording through the ambient microphone on the device itself. That's really important to me because if I wanted to, I could dictate as I'm doing that. Now, what I do oftentimes is I use an editor after the fact. I'll do the screen recording, I'll drop it into my Adobe Premiere Pro, and then I'm using a microphone like this to record because this is giving me a lot better sound than any smartphone or tablet is going to be capable of. On a device like an iPhone, and you can't see it, and I'm going to demonstrate something here in a little bit with that, but on the iPhones, you actually have the ability to bring up the screen recorder right on screen. You can actually do this inside of settings on your iPhone or your iPad, and then that will allow you to include the screen recorder as a simple swipe up on an iPhone or a swipe down from the top right corner on an iPad. You kind of have those quick menu navigation methods. So that screen recorder I've found to be plenty good. I haven't needed anything else on iOS. Now, I said I was going to demonstrate something with this, and I'm going to kind of watch my screen here a little more. Now, you know, my camera will adjust to the different lighting levels. So over time, you can actually have that adjustment occur. Now, as I get closer to the screen, what you're noticing is the focus and the colors in the background are actually getting better. So now what you're seeing with this is the camera actually adjusting to the overall light level. And so what I'll tell you, when you go to record smartphones or tablets, one of the things you want to do is create as much even light in the background, in the surroundings, and as close of a light as the actual screen on there. So that will in general allow you to then, even in post-production, you can go and up things like contrast and change the brightness a little bit, and you should come out with a very good recording. So I actually wanted to produce this video just to show you guys how easy it is to create those recordings. You can then go and obviously drop those into any NLE editor, and you're going to be able to create great tutorial videos. Now, inside of the actual editing process, what I often do, because you are not physically showing any of the touches with the screen recording options I have, I'm using little boxes that I've created in Photoshop that have transparent backgrounds. You can also use blurring within your NLE editor to kind of just show what you're tapping on. But in general, I just find a little box or a little effect, and there are lots of effects out there that you can look at that would fit your channel. But the box works for me, and I think that's a really key component of any screen recording video is you have to direct people's eyes to what they need to do next when you're creating these tutorials. That's a really important component. Now, there are screen recorders out there that will log and show presses on screen, so you can look at that option as well. So there you have it, tech tubers. I hope this has helped you. I kind of created this specifically for Frank, who had asked me a question about how to screen record on my Automate Your Life channel. So there you have it. I hope this has helped you, and if you have any other questions, obviously I haven't gone through every option out there on the market today, but if you have any questions, go ahead, leave them down below. Otherwise, make sure you join us here on Tech Tubers. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.